your telephone set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it...
What's up? I'm Gok. Black market Coca-Cola and some suspicious looking eggs. So, one day, right? I'm outside this little shop in Clapham South in Balham, and it's a suspicious looking little shop, to be honest with you. It has shoes in the front window, and I went in because I needed shoes, and I said, how much are those shoes? Because I could clearly see they were knockoffs, right? So I thought, I'll probably get a cheap pair of shoes. Your man said 120 quid. I was like, what? 120 quid? Instantly, my eyebrow was lifted. I was like, what the fuck are you selling, man? So, this little shop in Balham, right, that everyone calls it Boss Man Shop. Well, basically, as I said, it's a suspicious looking little shop. But when I was in there, I noticed the Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola, to the untrained eye, to a consumer, someone would just get it, drink it, and But not their old Guck, no. Their old Guck had to go and have a look, didn't I? I had to go and have a look and see what is in my food. So I'll just show you. I'll show anybody who cares to see. Who cares to see what it... This always happens to me. This always happens to me. People don't leave me alone whenever I'm trying to do a goddamn thing. But anyways, I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. Here we have, if you look nice and close, here we have some Coca-Cola, right? I don't know. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's right or wrong, to be honest. Now I'm gonna, if you have a wee look in, you'll see it says ORIJINAL TAT. Original TAT. Now, I don't know if it's, Coke from a different part of the world, or, if that's a different language or what. I didn't even Google it. I didn't even Google it. All I know is that was shady. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, that's some fucking shady shit. Original TAT. I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola is like legendary for saying the original taste. I've never heard of the original TAT. Have you? Think about it. Always Coca-Cola, the original TAT. Ain't that some fucked up shit? Yeah. And now, shall we look at the suspicious looking eggs that all ye weirdos, which are organic eggs, are going to end up killing yourselves? What the fuck is an organic egg? Eggs come out of chickens, man. Stop putting weird shit in chickens to make red eggs and all sorts of shit, because if you don't, you know what's going to happen there. You know what's going to happen. You're going to end up with a squiggly yolk, and nobody wants a squiggly yolk. Trust me, nobody wants a squiggly yolk. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's right there. It's right here. Look at this. Wait, you see this? Here we have a squiggly yolk. A squiggly yolk. Now, for those of you who don't know, right there and then, that's a problem. Now, it could be a noodle. Someone could have let a noodle fall onto the pan. Someone could have, by mistake, let a noodle fall on the pan. But if you were drunk and someone cooked that for you, imagine somebody cooked you eggs, chips, or mashed potato, eggs, and spaghetti hoops. Imagine somebody put that combination with spaghetti hoops. You would never know. I would know, because I ain't eating that shit. I cook my own food, and you guys should cook your own goddamn food too, because it's crazy. All this, if any of you have seen my lives before, all this just eat stuff, all this crazy ass just eat, where people are just eating just because it's there. They're trying to take all your choice out of your hand. They're making it easy enough for you to think it's okay to be robbed all the time. Do you not think so? Well, I do. And it's all because why? I know you've heard me say it before. Because money. So I had this idea, right? I've heard this thing going on all the time. I've heard this idea because where I am now, I'm seeing a lot of foxes, right? Seeing a lot of foxes all over the place. And a lot of people are like, you need to kill the foxes and saying that they're vermin and things like this. But I don't agree. I think they're an untapped resource. I think foxes are actually keeping away certain other pests, don't you? And I think that if they find a way that they could, use foxes to be a work animal, it'd be brilliant. And people are like, no, 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 you can't do that. It's impossible. They're wild vermin. You know why they're saying that? They're saying that because money, and I'll tell you why. Because money, meaning think of all the dog racing, the dog hunting, all the stuff that in place for dogs and things like this is already, like scratching one person's back and another person's back, putting money in this person's pocket. So why would they want you to change things? When kill the foxes, right? You can kill the foxes, but oh yeah, here, let me give you a little stumpy leg dog that's been crossbred with its own mother, so you can have a fucking twisty-eyed Bengali Chihuahua or something, So I had this idea just to prove it that I was going to start to feed foxes, and I started to feed foxes, and guess what? The foxes come to you. Now, I said this a long time ago on Facebook. I said the words on a page. I said, I don't understand. Why don't you just feed the foxes? There's a certain amount of waste on a farm, anyways. Yeah? So all these people have their fences all around their farm, and they've got foxes trying to get in. But imagine if you had a little feed box for foxes on the edge to keep them away from your livestock. Like the chickens and things that die, anyways, which they do, which these foxes are actually coming looking for because they're smelling the meat and stuff. So why not feed the foxes outside of the farm and, start to use them as a natural resource to keep all the other stuff away, like rats and pests and all this stuff. But they won't do it, and they don't want to hear it because money. Because money. It's always, because think about it. Imagine if I had a fox farm. How much money would that start to take away from certain things? Like, then you see people seeing foxes. People are already seeing foxes in a different light because people have been told for years, you can't train them, you can't do this. But it's common sense. We train dogs, we can train foxes. It's common sense. Why do they think it's acceptable? And it's acceptable because money. Think of how much money is made out of poison, bullets, everything to kill an animal. Right? And people who know me know I like to eat food. I will eat a fucking animal if it's tasty. But I will not eat the last one, and I won't put animals in danger. That's crazy talk. Like, to kill makes no sense to me. Not a fucking bit. Think about it. They're like, the only reason they want you to think that animals can't feel pain and certain animals aren't domesticated and stuff like this is because money. Imagine if you had 12 foxes. What could you train them to do? After a while, you could train them to do the same things dogs do. For all you know, every study you've ever been told might be false. Like how they say dogs' nose is this, dogs' nose that. What about a fox? Now, I love dogs, but I also like foxes. Ever since I was a kid, I never understood why people want to kill them. I understand it's annoying that they're coming in and they're eating the chicken. I understand that it's annoying they're coming in through your fence. But there's other ways around that. Is it just me who can seek, solutions rather than just let's kill them, let's kill them, let's put more money in bullets, poison, pesticides, all these things, when we could find a way to use it, but you can't. Why? Because you got big company and stuff that has what? Because money on their brain, and because money to smash it. How dare you try to put down? Like, imagine if people started racing giraffes. Imagine. How much money would be made on it? A lot. Would they be in danger? Not for very fucking long. It's like on the TV right now every day. There's a thing. Adopt a gorilla. WWF. Adopt an elephant. WWF. And it said something like 30,000 elephants are killed a year in Africa. Yeah. And I find it strange that that's on the TV over here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you telling me what the Africans are doing to the elephants? Because it's not me over there poaching it. You know, and it's all because money. When it comes down to it, a charity's going to take money to do this and to do that because money, because there's money to be made. That's what I mean by this, you know, because money. It all comes down to fucking because money. And I know I sound fucking crazy when I say because money, but it makes too much fucking sense, my friends. It makes the sense. Haven't you seen? I showed you black market coke. See that black market coke, right? Something I didn't tell you was that a few days later, I went back to that store, and it's all closed down, and there's a note on the door saying that, you know, the bailiffs are coming, have taken the shop off them. I don't know what he was selling in there, but I got the idea that he was selling more than original Tat Coca-Cola and knockoff shoes, if you know what I'm saying, in the background. All these things. It's just, I got tired of thinking them, so I start talking them, and it makes sense. Think about it. How is there black market Coca-Cola? How is it possible? Because money. Why? Because people will buy it, and some people are so stupid they don't look. You could be drinking. It's probably perfectly fine Coca-Cola, but you know, in different countries they have different standards. Yeah, different standards because of it's supposed to be sold to, you know, different people. Because just like, you know, there's different viruses and stuff like that. People have different DNA, different germs, and there's different standards because money. It's like, and it's illegal. And like, think about it. Think about what I'm saying about the foxes. How much money is made? I don't even know what to do with foxes when they kill them. But how much money is made by the killing of foxes? Let's just say a fair bit, because foxes get killed by farmers and blah 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 blah. Right? So what do they do with them? Who knows? They definitely do something with their fur, right? And people don't like that. But like, I think it's weird that anyone could kill an animal and not eat it. You know what I mean? It's madness. Absolute madness. Well, there's a little bit of me views, you know. I'm against killing animals for nothing, but I ain't no vegan. I mean, I'm gonna eat a lion. Someone gives me the option. If someone has killed a lion and it's there in front of me, I'm gonna have a taste. But if I'm there before he wants to kill the lion, I'm gonna tell you, don't kill that lion, man. Don't kill that lion. I know it's kind of, you know, it's kind of killing the whole point. But at least I'm fucking honest. Are you? It's madness, though, isn't it? Madness. Think about it. What did they used to say about dogs? You know, when the fucking cavemen stood there and the wolves were coming attacking, they were like, no, you can't train them. You can't train them because you just can't. You cannot train them because they're wild animals, and some mad bastard went and trained them. He had imagination, intelligence, and he did it. So I think the world, you know what I mean? The world should do that with foxes. Take them in, train them. Stop encouraging big hashtag because money, inbreeding, terrorizing, torturing animals and things like this because they're trying to make you think one animal is good and one animal is bad, and, you know, and it's not cool. Animals are animals, and we're a part of that animal kingdom, and we have the brains and the knowledge, you know, to either not give a fuck or to give a fuck. And I suggest we give a fuck. We look before we leap. We look and learn about what we're eating. And we don't just send all of our money to charities, because some charities don't do anything at all. You know, they don't help anyone. Because money. And that's why. Remember that. You want another look at that special tat? Well, that's the suspicious looking eggs, remember? Look before you leap, and look before you eat, god damn it. Because if somebody handed you some spaghetti hoops on that goddamn egg, you are out of there. Out of there. You know what I mean? How long till that squiggles out of your hole? And back to the special tat. We'll finish it on the special tat. Special tat. Yeah, we'll finish it on the special tat. Give you another look at the special tat. Back to the special tat. I hope that's it. Yep. Special tat. Original tat. Sorry, me saying special tat. But basically same same effect, right? So if you can take anything away from the, just take away that when you're in a shop and you're anywhere, and what has made me think about this is all through COVID and all through lockdown, all we heard was support local, local support. I started to notice all these people who are locally using it against us, man. Using it, oh, and doing nothing. And doing nothing. But people, everyday ordinary people, breaking their backs to help each other. You need to learn to observe, like me. Look at that, seriously. Look at it. Original tat. Now that could mean it's from anywhere. But guess where it's not from? It's not from where it's supposed to be. And all these people, imagine how many people have bought it, drank it, maybe even felt sick. I don't know. Enjoy your egg noodles, everybody. Slow on, lad.